Dan with Sandler Training, John with PT Ask Dan. How are we, Dan?
Hey, John, doing fine. Thanks for asking.
You bet. So I wanted to share a little bit of a story. It's an incredibly memorable one for me, and will always be whenever I see what I describe to you. But it's a little bit about the things that stand out to us and why we remember them and the experiences we have. And to me, it's also somewhat about living in the moment. So we have four kids. They spend a lot of time on devices and phones and taking pictures and not just enjoying what's in front of them. And so this lands for me. So I was on a plane ride. It was coming back from Chicago to Pittsburgh. So short flight. And I'm sitting in my seat. I've got my book out. It's 10 o'clock at night. So it's late night flight. I'm just reading something. And the woman next to me on the aisle taps me because I have headphones on. And she asked me if it would be okay if her niece Alice made me a bookmark. So of course, I'd love that. Sales, human interaction, right? And so she makes me this little bookmark, puts a couple stickers on it, flips it over, and she writes "Love Alice" on the back. So I guess she's probably had to be 4 or 5. And it's great. I slide it in my book. It's off we go. The other person that was with them, who was a teenage child, took the 4 or 5-year-old Alice to the bathroom, and the woman tapped me again, and she thanked me for being open and kind about doing that. I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? And I kind of looked at her a little quizzically, like, why are you bringing that up? And she explained to me that she was flying her niece, and the other girl was her daughter, to Pittsburgh because Alice's mom was a couple of days away from passing away. She was very ill in a Pittsburgh hospital. This had been going on for a while. Obviously, very difficult for Alice, very difficult for the woman. And so she was just very appreciative of the kindness. It's the little thing in a powerful moment for her that just stood out. And so I just think about the moments that stand out, and there's that kindness element to how we interact when it comes to sales that I think is really important and powerful, because you never know what's going on between the ears of the person you're across from. They might represent as being okay, but underneath they're really not. And being kind, being humble, those things go a long way. So it's a long-winded story, just like your thoughts and your input around that kindness, humble element in sales.
Well, the very first thing that was hitting me was we need to be journaling more of these type of life encounters,
Yeah.
and so that we can remember them.
Yeah.
But because if I remember that story, you've forgotten about it until you picked that book out and that bookmark was in there, and it took you a second to realize it, but you had
Yep.
forgotten all about it.
I thought it was one of my own kids until I turned it over and it said "Love Alice." Yeah.
We need to write those things down. And the second thing that hit me is it's not about sales or work. It's about life.
Yeah.
And frankly, when we're more well grounded in life, sales are going to be fine, work's going to be fine, but that's the most important stuff. It's not what we do 8 to 5, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's important, but it's not the most important stuff. The stuff outside of 8 to 5 definitely is critical.
It's why we do the 8 to 5.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
All right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Take care.